In today's video, I'm going to dispel one of the most common myths. How often is it you're playing on the golf course with your playing partners, with your buddies, and you hit the top of the ball, you fin it, you top it along the ground. What is the very first comment they say to you? Mate, you lifted your head up. Everyone all across the world, that is the comment you hear all the time. You lifted your head up. The intention of that, of course, meaning that if you're not meant to lift your head up, then you should be keeping your head down. It is one of the most common pieces of advice across the globe. Keep your head down. Keep your head down. You're topping the ball. You're finning the ball. Keep your head down. In reality, that is one of the single-handedly most worst pieces of advice you can receive as a golfer. You do not want to keep your head down. Let's look at some of the details. The first thing to note is that the best players in the world themselves don't keep their heads down. So if you were in position and you were looking at an expert player coming through the ball, they would invariably look something like this, with the head swiveling forwards, up and around as they come through the golf shot. The absolute opposite of making a swing where the golfer keeps their head down. That is not what the best players do. Okay, so why not? Why is it bad advice to keep the head down? Well, quite simply, it severely restricts our range of motion. If I'm in position and I keep my head down like so, I'm not going to be able to extend my chest. I'm not going to be able to extend my hips nearly as much. I'm not going to be able to finish in that really nice position you see all the good players in, with their chest pointing upwards towards the sky and their neck tilted in such a way, likewise, that they can follow the track of their ball high in the sky as it pierces its way towards the target. So if you're making a swing where you keep your head down, you're going to severely restrict your range of motion, and it's going to end up looking like this. Right? So that's the very first reason. No good player does it. They all extend, they all have their chest pointing up to the sky, their neck looking up to the sky. They do not stay with their head down. That's the first reason. Secondly, what's the effect going to be? If the golfer's keeping their head down, well, what do you think is going to happen to the arms as they come through the golf ball? They're going to need to start to fold like this. Your typical chicken wing position, where the golfer comes through the ball with the elbows moving away from one another and the butt end of the club here really close to the golfer's chest as they come through the golf ball. So a major contributor to loss of power, a major contributor to loss of strike, and also to curvature of the golf ball. So contact, distance, direction are all compromised badly. So again, have you ever seen a really good player come through the ball and bend the arms like this? Obviously not, right? So that's another reason, that's number two. You need to get the chest up to the sky. You need to let the head look up, because if you look up, you can stretch your arms out in front of you like this. If your neck's down, you can't stretch your arms out, they're going to bend. So number two, it's to avoid that dreaded chicken wing position. Number three, you don't want to come over the top in your swing. You don't want to slice the ball forever and ever. You do want to learn to hit a little bit of a draw. So you're in position, you keep your head down. What happens is you keep your head down, your body stays in flexion like this, and it makes you come over the top, like so. Again, if you want to learn to swing from in to out, if you want to learn to hit the high draw, as you come down, you need to be much more like this, with the chest going upwards to the sky, hips forwards, right here. The opposite of what can be achieved with your head down. So if you're trying to hit that high draw and you're not trying to hit that low cut, then you've got to be able to have the hips forwards and the neck swivel upwards, chest extend to the sky. You cannot simply keep your neck down in position like this, because that is going to make you come over the top. So your range of motion severely inhibited if you keep your head down, leading to a lack of control of the strike, of the distance, of the direction. It leads to this chicken wing position. It leads to the over the top motion. So please, 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 if you ever hear a piece of advice, absolutely just ignore it. Now, what's a better piece of advice, to my mind, would simply be keep your eyes on the ball. And obviously that means as you're playing the shot, you're going to be looking at the shots at the ball, but as soon as you're done, the ball's going to take off towards the target, and your neck should swivel and tilt so that you're looking upwards in the direction that golf ball is traveling. And in doing that, you're going to enable your hips to keep turning, your shoulders to keep turning. You're going to have the chest pointing upwards. You'll be able to hit a nice high draw or fade, depending on your preference, with that chest angled upwards, with your neck not staying flexed down to the ground, but actually extending upwards, so you are looking up to the sky and not down to the ground. Your head, I repeat, should not stay down. Do not keep your head down. Let it swivel forwards and upwards ever so slightly as you come through the shot. Let your eyes see the shots. Let yourself track the result of your efforts, of your golf swing. So the piece of advice I want you to remember is keep your eyes on the ball, not keep your head down. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me going forward to create more content for you guys so you can play your best golf. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to work with me, you can do so in person here in Bournemouth on the south coast of England. Likewise, wherever you are in the world, using the Skillest app, it's a fantastic way to make progress. Happy golfing.